What is up, guys? Casual K Kyle here, and today we got the Orchid Clone. Alright, so I got this Orchid Clone off of the same link that Twisted did his review on, and this one right here is solid. It's the Orchid V2 clone, and I've seen other Orchids, and some of the clones are just complete turd. I know the real ones are solid, so if you want to spend $130, be my guest and get the new Orchid. I'm pretty sure they got like a V4 now or something like that. So if you want to spend the money, you totally can get your own Orchid. I got a clone. It happens to be a good one. I've heard good things about the Infinite one. I think I would recommend that one. There's going to be no links with this one because it's just such a wide market for all the clones, and there's so many different versions for the Orchid. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown on how the Orchid does its thing and show you how good it vapes. That's about it. So without further ado, let's actually talk about it. So this Orchid, it fits like, it's like a 2 or 3 mil tank, so it's not a super huge tank, and you can fit, like I have right here, all of your K-Fun drop kit tanks. Well, they all are like the same diameter, so if you don't like the original tank like I didn't, it had a frost tank so you couldn't really see inside as well. I wanted something clearer, so I got a blue K-Fun drop kit tank on here right now, and all the threads are great. Also, K-Fun top caps are all the same threads, so you can go ahead and do that. Just the same. The only thing that's really different with these is that the the chimneys are a little bit wider on the Orchid, so you can't do any of the K-Fun chimneys and make it like a pretty much like a K-Fun with an Orchid in it. So that's the only thing that you really can't do. Other than that, everything K-Fun threads onto this really nice. And yeah, so let's give her a little vape. So it produces a lot of vapor. You may be wondering, why does it do that? Well, it's because you can actually put on a 0.3 ohm coil on this thing, and it'll wick it, and it'll do it nicely. It's not going to be up there with drippers because you can't go super low. Like, I wouldn't suggest going below 0.35 really with it. But as for a rebuildable tank, comparing it to the K-Fun, you can blow a lot bigger clouds, and it's more of a lung hit. The only gripe with the hit that I have with that is it's kind of the same kind of deal as, like, you know, when you got like nasal congestion. It's kind of like, you know, just, you can like hear it, just, you know, it's kind of like that, like, because the air is from the bottom of the coil and it has to go around the coils like that, so it kind of congests. It's like, kind of makes a weird noise. It's kind of loud. It whistles just ever so slightly, and each side has these little holes for the bottom feed. So you get 2 of them. You put in a dual coil in this. It comes with a little mini Allen key, and don't lose that thing, because I don't know if Allen key sets come that small. If you can find a precision one, you're probably in luck, and you should not lose that, because this thing has a special thing. But in order to look at it a little better, see the specifics of it, let's check it out down below. Let's go up close. Alright, so we got the Orchid RBA all up close right now to pop off this drip tip. It does not come with a drip tip, sadly. At least mine didn't. And yeah, you can see right there is your chimney, and you can actually take little pliers right here and you can adjust how high your chimney goes up here. Let me move my lamp over a little bit, maybe that'll work a little better. No, it's just ruining the lighting. It's just ruining it. The glass tank is just, it's just not happening with this. Okay, so yeah, and you can see a little Orchid logo they got for the V2 ones. I think they changed up their logo a little bit for the newer ones, but you can see the little airflows right here. Right here, it's got a gold plated pin right here, and it is I want to say not adjustable because it's in there pretty tight. I wouldn't screw it out. And you have right here a little fill hole, a little Phillips head fill hole. And yeah, so if you want to fill it up, you just go right there, squeeze it through a bottle, and you're good to go. You could put a K-Fun top cap on there, you know, like the ones they have where you unscrew and you can fill from the top. That'd probably work too, because it all threads the same. And if you want to change your cotton, like I'm gonna do really quick right here, you just unscrew it while it's upside down. It's gonna take me a minute because it's like a K-Fun. It's in there really tight. So I'm gonna do my best here. And what I've actually, you know what I've noticed is easier is take a little mini screwdriver and kind of help it. There you go. Now it's got something to get it going. There we go. So to unscrew it right here, it actually does not move the chimney when you unscrew it. At least mine doesn't. And you have your base right here. So I'll leave my tank upside down right there. I know it's not going to leak because the chimney is doing its thing with the O-ring. And yeah, you got your wicks being all wicked up, and they go through these little tiny, let me zoom in on my camera here a little bit. That's a little better. So right here, you have a juice channel right here, and it goes up the side here, and your wick is in the channel. I like to put my wicks down into the chimney a little bit. I'll show you guys how to re-wick this because it's a little bit complicated. And like this is what I was talking about, where it's got a tiny little Allen screw. My Allen screw is in the other room right now, so I am not going to go grab that. I am gonna just keep doing it here. I actually like the build that's in here. I put in, how many wraps was this? 7 or 8 of 26. I think it was 7 wraps of 26 dual coiled. So it came out to 0.38 or 0.4, and I've been liking that. That works pretty good, and your airflow is actually right there. You can kind of see it right there. So it hits the bottom of the coil and goes around it, which gives you good flavor, really good flavor. The only thing that I would think would be better is if those were lipped up a little bit. If these had little like rings up around them so it wouldn't leak, because it does leak every once in a while. If it gets like a change in temperature too much, or you lift up your chimney too much, it'll leak on you. I just feel like a safeguard would be a good idea. And some of the newer models with this actually have little Phillips heads right here instead of these Allen keys, which is awesome. It should have always had Phillips heads because those would be a lot easier to use. But let's re-wick this. I'm gonna actually put it on my ohm reader, and we'll get an accurate reading rather than me just saying stuff. So yeah, 0.43. That's what it came out to. So 0.43. There you go. So let's get to re-wicking this guy. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. Yeah, that'll hopefully help you guys out a little bit. So I don't know where my tweezers went, so I'm gonna just use my scissors to get this guy out, and you just pop them out. Pop these guys out. Come on. Turn off my thing. All right. So as you can see there, it's just a little tiny bit of wick that you need. You don't need that much wick, and yeah. So these guys are just chilling like that. So what I've been doing, and what you should do, is don't use any other cotton rather than your organic cotton. You want to use your organic cotton for this, which is weird that you're going to have to go back to this, but it's the only way that this will wick without dry hitting. Is what I found is you have to use regular cotton. So you just pull off a little piece, and let's grab 2 of them, and we're just going to pretty much do like a little K-Fun kind of style on putting it on the coil, and then it gets more and more difficult once you get it going. So I'm gonna roll these up really quick, keep them a little fluffy. Okay, you don't want them to be too condensed, otherwise it won't travel up to the wick as well, and then it will dry hit, and you don't want dry hits. And this thing will let you know. It'll let you know after like 2 or 3 hits if you've wicked wrong, and it did that to me way too many times. So yeah, let's do, oh, I got the other side. That's what I was doing wrong. So this side, just put it through like that, and you don't want it too tight on the actual wick. Now the next part is the tricky part. The next part is where you're gonna need to really know what you're doing. So what I like to do is trim the cotton just right outside where the deck is, and that seems to work the best, is like right there. So you just have like a little stream going out right there, and then we're actually going to trim that stream in half. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. So cut it right there. Actually moved my wick over a little bit, my bad. Let's even that out again. So this is kind of like the finicky part of this, and if you need more wick you can always extend it out because cotton is cool like that. Alright, so we got them cut where we want them to be cut, so now we can extend a little bit, and this part is a tricky part. You got to take it, I'm going to move it over sideways a little bit, you got to take it and kind of, this is difficult, take it and like get it like in half like that. And you kind of want to just, I'll just cut it really quick right now. I'll do that, and you kind of want something like that. Focus, focus. Yeah, so you have like half cotton kind of going through right there. So you have a little bit of cotton going down into the channel and a lot of cotton up here to keep wicked up. So I'm going to do that on all the rest, and then I'll show you how to put it into the channel. Okay, so I cut them all, and now I'm taking a mini screwdriver, and I'm just gonna kind of push it into the sides here. Let me do it a little sideways. There, we'll do it like that. And then I'm just gonna kind of condense it into the channels, like so. And I'm actually gonna have to go and grab my juice because I left it in the other room, so I can't even soak it right now. So I just get it to about the bottom of the threads, if it's on camera. So I get it in the chimney, and I really want my cotton to be towards the bottom of these threads right here. So that's really where I want this. And you got to do that for all four sides, every side. This one is not wanting to go down as much, so I'm going to kind of extend it, and you kind of just work with it. Like, work with me, cotton, work with me. It doesn't want to do it. Okay, alright, so I got this guy wicked up right, like all the way around, and now you just need to soak it up with some juice and you are set to go. So I'm gonna go grab my juice really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so I grabbed my juice, and I'm actually putting this on my mod right now, and I'm going to just put some drops on here. I am using some Paradeuces by Villain. I actually like this stuff for a tank. It's good. Anything pear is just good. I just like me some pear and like some melony kind of goodness happening. Which I know it doesn't say it's melon, but goddamn, it tastes like it. So now these guys are wicked, and they're doing a thing. They are working great. So now you grab your tank again. Let me just zoom out all the way, not zoom in. So we got all this crap everywhere. And keep your tank upside down, and you put this guy back in, and you screw her in like so. Alright, now that it's all filled up, I wanted to show you a little bit of a different feature that you can do on this. Let me just lock my device. So down here, you have your chimney, and it can actually be threaded up and down by taking pliers to the top part right here, or something like that, like maybe like your scissors or something. I have mine set to where I like it, but you can take like something like needle nose pliers or something, and you can twist it up and down. I wish there was an easier way to do it, but that's the only way you're going to do it. But yeah, that is the Orchid tank. And let's take it back up to the original screen, and we'll vape this fresh build. Yep, this thing's great. So all I can say about it is it's kind of like a K-Fun. You kind of rebuild it a little bit like a K-Fun, but it's got like a 4-post Addy on there like you kind of saw. I didn't really mention that, but yeah, it's 4 posts. It's 3 posts with the center block, so it makes it a little bit easier for doing like center post, which you kind of have to do with this, otherwise it's not going to have really good airflow with the coil on it. So the coils have to be kind of centered. The cotton has to be a certain way, and it has to be like the organic cotton. The Japanese cotton just doesn't want to work with it for some reason. I've tried many times. If you can get it to work with it, then use it, because it's probably going to taste better and last longer. That's my 2 cents on this guy, though. I mean, this guy blows clouds. And the flavor's good. It's a little bit much because I'm vaping 6 at the moment, because I couldn't find this in 3. I don't think Villain makes 3, which sucks because I'm a 3 kind of guy. Yeah, the flavor is really good because it's got the reduced chimney up top here, which you can't really see inside here because the chimney is really tall, and then it goes flat, and then it goes straight up to a small tube about that size that you can see inside the inside hole. So it doesn't have like the K-Fun had the conical kind of design on the inside of the chimney. They had the you know, slanted conical design, whatever you want to call it, inside. This one's just this, then this, then this. So it's just, I don't know if that really, it doesn't really make a difference for me as far as flavor goes, because it still reduces the crap out of the chimney. So it's still good. It's still solid, and it's a good little RDA, at least this one is. And that's all I got. I'll see you guys next week. Let's keep vaping on.